Okay, so my name is Oki, as you can see right there, and this is Fallout 4, and I'm just going to do a brief description on how to build something like this with all the working lights and everything. I've only got 15 minutes, so I'm going to try and make it quick. So first off, you want to make sure that you have ample power, and I've built a bunch of generators, and each generator doesn't have to be hooked up to the little pylons. You can just connect all the generators to each other and then have one of them like a little line like I have. Hey, what's going on, doggy? And just string it all the way up to one of the pylons, and then from there you just kind of network it around to where you can get energy going to each of these little lights. So there's different kinds of lights, and some lights require that you are connected directly to the energy source, and some lights you just have to have the enough of the energy source. And from what I've found, you've got to have the energy source within the vicinity too. So I can't have all my generators here and then put a light up way over there and then expect it to be working. It's got to be kind of close, from what I believe. If I'm wrong, then somebody let me know. Anyways, these ones right here that say require and then it doesn't have a number next to it, then those are the ones that don't require to be hooked up directly to the source. Anything that has a number next to it will require that you have to have, let me see if I can show you, will require that you have to be hooked up directly to one of the sources. Like these guys right here, see, it's requires 2, that means it needs 2 energy. And each one of these little generators will produce a different amount of energies. These ones right here are 5. I'm probably going to reduce the number of these later on and make just the large 10 ones. That way I can just kind of save myself some space and get rid of all of that. Anyways, once you have your idea of what you want to do, you want to make a foundation and then start building walls up on it. I decided that I was just going to have a 3-level building. Really, it's a 2-level building, but it's going to be the roof is going to have some stuff up there that I can work on, more decorations and stuff. You build your foundation, you start putting your walls up and everything from there. This took a little bit of time to make, but you just kind of start from scratch and work your way up. And then just kind of as you go, you start seeing things that you want to do, moving things around, and say, oh, you know what, that works for me. So for these lights right here, Oki, these are actually kind of tricky. You can build it like on the ground and then pick the whole thing up by highlighting over it and then holding the action button to pick it up, and it'll not only just move the one, but it will move the entire structure. But if you start building it on top of the house and then you hold X, then it will pick up the entire house. So get the idea of what you want to build for these little lights, and start building on it with the idea that you're not going to move it at all, because once you do, you're going to have to either individually move each block, or you're going to have to pick up the whole object, which will pick up the whole house, and you don't want to do that. So what you do here is I decided that I want to have 3 different letters and 3 different colors for each of the letters, which took a little bit of work to figure out. But you have the lights all right here connected to one another for the colors that you want. So I wanted this one to be blue, this O, I want it to be blue, so I connected all of them to each other and then not to the other ones. And then I connected the light to a power source right here. This right here is a power source that's connected to all of those generators. And then I connected the power source or the lights as well to a terminal. And from the terminal, you'll be able to access it. And anything that's connected to this terminal via those power cables will have different options and stuff to control through this terminal. I can change the light colors, orange, red, blue, whatever. You can change the dimness on it as well, or you can just randomize it to make random colors appear on your letter. And then I said, well, I want to make one of these letters different, but I can't connect these 2 right here together, because if you do, then they will share a terminal, and they will both be the same color, and you won't be able to get different colors. So I had to give each letter its own power source. See, connected all the way down here, and this one, the K, I think is connected to the large windmill and one of those generators down there, and then connected to a terminal. And then the I connected it to its own power source as well. As you can see here, I've connected it to this little connecting thingy. And Dogme, you're kind of in the way, dude. And then strung it all the way around the ground. I did originally have them like strung all over the place, and it just looked kind of messy. So you can use these little connector things to kind of keep it closer to your structure. That way it doesn't look so messy with all these strings flying all over the place. And then I connected it to its own terminal as well, and in each terminal you'll be able to access it and change the colors to whatever you want for each of these. And that's how these are done. You can make shapes, letters, spaceships. I've seen some videos where people have made smiley faces or short messages. I saw one that said die on there, and I was like, okay, so I guess he's a psychopath. And yeah, that's basically that right there. Let me see if I have anything else. A lot of these things right here are stuff that you can build in your workshop, and then some things I actually had to go and steal from the other houses, because they're like chairs and stuff that you either can't build early on in the game, or I haven't unlocked the ability to build them. Yeah, I took all her clothes because she's kind of a, yeah. And then this right here isn't a bench that you actually can make. It's actually two of these little stepping things right here that I've placed side by side to one another. And I thought, well, you know what, that looks kind of cool. So I just kind of left it there. It's got a little cooking station. I put Dogme's house here. And this is the one that he typically goes to all the time because I've removed all the other ones around the shelter, around Sanctuary. And that's about it. My defense is basically I have everything that comes in through the bridge is just basically funneled into a whole crap load of these turrets, so I haven't had to worry about that yet. And if your defense is satisfying enough, when you go up here, hold on, let me see, wrong button. When you go over here and you see defense, and if it's in red, then you'll have raiders that will attack you, but if it's in white, then that means you're good to go and you don't have to worry about raiders attacking you. But just in case, I have these guys here that are fully geared, and she's just mean. I don't like her. And, yep, that's about it. Alright. Thanks for watching my video. I hope that some of this stuff was kind of helpful to you. If there's any other videos, then just post in the comments and I'll see if I can't try and make another video and explain what I know. Yeah, like I said, you can just kind of find stuff and just throw them around, these little pull balls and stuff. Alright.